with my 7th question set from the DBMS question series. So this video explains how to create a database using the MySQL Workbench or HeidiSQL software and create tables using customized databases. So the graphical method is used to insert data into the tables in the database, and we will be also talking about how to write a delete query statement to remove data from a database. So let's see what are the questions we have to answer regarding this question set. There is a computer company called Next Computer. All marketing in the company is done using a computer software. This software is used with the database to store data. The product table of the database is given below. So over here, they have given us the product table of the computer company, Next Computer. So let's see what are the instructions given to create this database. So this is our product table. So y'all can see that the data is also inserted in it. So let's see what are the instructions given to create the database. Create a database named Next Computer to save the data in the product table. So now let's begin to create this database. So I'll be using my HeidiSQL to create this table or database. So now I will right click on our main DB and create new database. And I'll give our database name as Next Computer. And now let's rename it. Okay, so now our database has been created. So let's see how it's viewed. Okay, so our database has been created likewise, but no tables has been created yet. Let's see what our next instruction is. Create a table named product in your database. Follow the instructions below to create a table. So now we have to create the product table in the database. So now using these columns, these data types, these lengths, let's begin to create this table. So according to this, yes, y'all can see that the primary key has been already indicated. So therefore this ID is going to be our primary key. So they have given us to auto increment this ID. So once we click auto increment, then we don't have to type separately the ID. So once data is added automatically, the ID will be loaded according to those data. Okay, so let's begin to create it. So let's see how I can create a table. So right click on our table, database, and create new table. And now I'll give our name as product. And now let's begin to add our columns. So our first column is ID, and I'll give our data type as int, and so we don't have to set a length. And okay, so now I'll give it as auto increment. So over here in this default section, we have an option as auto increment. So now I'll OK it. So likewise and I forgot to add our primary key. Create new index primary. Okay, so now this is how we can create a column. So likewise, let's create our other columns as well. So likewise, y'all can see that I have created our columns. So in my before videos, we only used one type of data type. So now y'all can see that I have used various data types over here. So according to those data types only, I can set a length and give a default value. So now y'all can see that likewise, I have created our columns. So now let's save it. Okay, so I'll give no default value and save it. So now I'll save it. Okay, so it has been successfully saved, and let's see how it's viewed in our data section. Okay, so likewise it's viewed. Let's see what our next instruction is. Insert the data into the product table you created. Use the data in the product table above. Okay, so now we have completed creating the table. Now we have to insert the data likewise. So now let's begin to add these data graphically. So now let me show y'all how we can create it graphically. So keep this to a side so y'all can see clearly. So let's begin to add these data. So now using this insert row option, I will insert a row. So now we don't have to give a ID separately. Why? Because we gave the auto increment. So therefore, according to the rules, the IDs will be added. So now let's begin to add our brand first. So our first brand is HP and our model is Pavilion. And our quantity is 15 and our price is 175 and 1000. Okay, so likewise, oh yeah, so we can't use a comma. Okay, so now y'all can see that the ID has been added automatically. So this is the process or the action done by this auto increment. So likewise, let's add our rest of the rows as well. So now y'all can see that I have created inserted all my data likewise. So this is how we can add our data graphically. So now let's move on to see what our next instruction is. So our next instruction given is the owner of this store has identified the Lenovo brand as the least sold computer brand in his company. He has decided to remove the Lenovo brand from his store. Write the relevant query statement to remove the Lenovo brand. Okay, so now let's think that you're a shop owner. So any shop owner will do this. So let's think that one of your products is not selling. So only a least amount of products are selling. So therefore that product will be removed. So now let's write the relevant query statement to remove this product from our database. So now let's write this query. So in our previous videos, firstly we wrote an insert query, then we wrote an update query. So in this video, we'll be writing a delete query. So let's see how we are going to write this delete query. So I'll open my query. So I'll open a query tab, a new tab. So let's begin to write this query. So our first word will be delete. So likewise, we used insert as our first word and update as our first word. So in this delete query, delete will be our first word. So I'll give delete. And now we'll give from. And I'll give our table name. So our table name will be next computer dot next computer dot product. And now that's our table name. So now let's give a where condition. Where product dot brand is equal to Lenovo. Okay, so let's give our brand. And now let's execute it and let's see whether our product has been deleted. Okay, so it has been executed. Let's see how it's viewed. So we'll go to data and y'all can see that Lenovo is over here. So let's reload it. Okay, so now y'all can see that it has been deleted successfully. So this is how we are going to write a delete query. Delete from, we give the table name and then we give a where condition with our or the table, that means the section, that is product.brand, and then we are going to include the data we want to delete. So that row will be deleted. So this is how we are going to write a delete query. So let's see what our next instruction is. The Asus brand ROG Sapphires M15 laptop is no longer manufactured. So it has been decided to remove this laptop from the database. Write the required delete query statement to delete this laptop. So we have to use the same method or the same query to delete this laptop. So we are going to delete this laptop by using let's use this Asus brand. So okay, we'll use our Asus brand. So over here y'all can see that, yeah, okay, Asus ROG Sapphires. So let's delete it. So back to our query. So I'll write it from the beginning. So delete from, and then we'll give our table name as next computer dot product, where we're going to give our where condition, where product dot, let's give the brand as Asus. So we are not only going to give our brand. So if we only give our brand, then all the products in that brand will be deleted. So therefore we have to give the model as well. So then I'll give an and product dot model is equals to, so I'll copy the name from our data section. So it will be easy, so there won't be any spelling mistakes. So I'll copy it over here and let's execute it. So why did I add an and over here? So if I only give the product brand, then all the products in that brand will be deleted. So if we go to our data, y'all can see that there are several products in this Asus brand. So as we only want to delete the ROG Sapphires, we have to give the product brand as well as the model as well. So let's execute this query. Okay, so it has been executed. Let's see how it's viewed. I'll refresh it. Okay, so our product has been deleted successfully. So that is how we should write a delete query. So I hope you all understood what I explained. So this is how we are going to write a delete query. So that's all for this question set. So I hope you all understood what I explained. So I'll be back with a new video or a new question set. So thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. So I'll be back with a new video. So until then, stay tuned. Have a nice day and bye.